creating the environment. Each day is set up to, one, we want to kind of create the game environment, so we want to replicate that, but then the different things that you're going to see in the game. So if you just say, this guy's hitting well in BP, well, okay, like what type of BP? Machine BP, coach BP, fastballs, breaking balls, like what is it? So we basically kind of run through this, not a checklist, but we run through these different phases and these different parts of the game that guys could potentially face, and we identify what they struggle with. And a lot of times, I mean, it is, they know it, or they're a little bit tougher on themselves, which I think is always easier as a coach when a guy's tougher on himself than when you think he needs to work on something and he doesn't. Whenever a guy thinks that he should be better at something, I think that's always a little bit easier. But we kind of run them through these various scenarios, and when they struggle, hopefully they're able to identify it. And then from that standpoint, it's about turning it into a goal for growth, like something that you can accomplish. So, you know, when I send guys home with their winter packets, you know, what they're kind of what they're working on, it has their daily routines, their strengths, their hot zones, and then some areas for growth. I never want guys stepping in the cage, and I envision it like they go home with their buddies, like, oh man, what are you working on today? Well, my coach said I have shitty posture, so like I'm working on like my posture being better because it's not very good. Like I want it to be, okay, what does not having really good posture on the low pitch result in? Rollovers to shortstop as opposed to line drives into the gaps. So I want their growth goal to be, I'm working on being able to get into the poolside gap in the air. How will that happen? By having better posture, better side bend, whatever it is. So kind of once they identify what it is they need to work on, communicating with them to turn it into like a positive goal for growth as opposed to